Okay.
With the monkey, it could be problematic. They go with the void instead.
Oh, that's great. That's like a big Chinese hero. They had not so many picks, but loads of bans. Like everyone was really respecting what they could do with the faceless. It's like they don't even care that they're playing into saves like Dazzle. Gives, because when I was looking at Shaker, I was thinking what Night Stalker would do is provide vision. You see your enemies, you're able to go on them. Faceless Void is similar. He wants to see heroes. So Ench, with Enchant, she can send creeps out onto the map.
Or she just walks in.
Or she can walk in, yeah, exactly. Use her body, use her creeps, plus wards. They should have like a pretty good read on where Boom is, and you can use that to get your ult spells off.
Boom, thinking about their last pick here, do you think they're going to go for something that reveals where the Monkey King's going, or potentially pick up the mid laner here?
I wouldn't mind even getting that Snapfire once again for Boom. Get some more damage in that arena. Would be quite solid. It's something that they worked with before. There are other heroes that are possible as well, like a Phoenix with that tag. Perhaps I don't like it as much as the Snap, but overall they have many ways to continue with this draft. I do believe that Monkey should be the core here and not the position 4 anyway.
They did leave Ember in. That's like my biggest thought right now. Are they going to just take it because they're comfortable, or are they going to try and pick something a little bit more focused to winning the game? Because like DP versus Ember matchup mid is like pretty DP favored. So maybe like that's LGD's thoughts about leaving it in.
10 seconds.
Yeah, like when you look at
Of course, they picked the Doom, naturally, as we predicted.
Good work, guys.
Good job, guys.
I've never seen such an accurate panel of analysts in my life.
I'm going to be honest, the Doom is, I always feel like when it comes out, it's...
Is this a 4 Doom, by the way? Is that what we're looking at? It could be mid as well, right?
It could be mid, could be a carry.
There was one short period of time in SCA when Doom was played on mid quite a lot, and it did well. But
so you think it's in the back pocket, right? Like it's the skills, the mid laner. Yopaj probably has the ability to play it there if they wanted to swap up the lane.
yeah, I wouldn't want to see Yopaj playing the Doom. That's first. Second, Doom here is literally his ultimate. Like you pop that bad boy on the Void, you win a team fight if you manage to do it fast enough, right? So
at this point, you want the Monkey King carry and the Doom is 4 because it doesn't feel that impactful.
That's the way I see it. That's the way I would prefer it. Yeah.
I mean, speaking about Doom in terms of Boom, they don't play this hero. Like Tour 3, I don't think they picked it a single time. I am not sure if they picked it this tournament yet, but we saw Yopaj play Coddle for literally the first time in his entire pro career this group stage, and you could see his unfamiliarity with the hero during the early stage, and then later it popped off. Yeah. So maybe Doom's the same. I'm assuming they've been scrimming with it. It is a hero that other players tend to play a lot, so maybe they're just trying to expand their hero pools here.
Yeah.
It makes me worried, obviously, because I don't know how it's going to go, but it is a good pick here.
Right, if you look at LGD's last 2 bans, it's 3 bans even. It's literally the safe laners, right? Like the CK, the Terrorblade, the Bloodseeker. So they're expecting something different. They're not perhaps expecting the Monkey King to be that position 1.
Do you think that Boom needs something to scale a lot harder into late game, have that damage, or they're kind of looking okay on those fronts right now?
I would rather see some playmaking mid laner from them. What, Jenkins, do you like some spirit here, or?
I think a spirit, yeah, it seems kind of like an obvious pick, but I don't know. I guess I'm thinking like there's a lot of mind games going on in this draft between both teams. Doom coming out a little strange. They've not played it. Faceless Void, Ame has not played this either, so it's like from both sides, it's hard to make any predictions. I would say if this is not a playoff game, then probably like the Ember Spirit seems like the most obvious thing to come out right now, because Boom is lacking a hero to actually run around and do stuff. Sure, Mars can do it, but he's like a 1-item hero that does stuff, like 1 or 2 items. Like you need Blink, you need Phase.
Ember needs nothing.
Ember needs literally nothing. Like he can just run around and do stuff, and you always like want to have one of those heroes, unless you're, you know, picking a Doom, getting a Midas, and doing this like crazy late game strategy. But that's kind of out of the ordinary. at least on this patch.
Yeah, maybe Yopaj would, like, if I think about his comfort, he really likes his Kunkka as well. If you're able to use like the run buff against the Chrono and a little bit more extra catch, I'm just scared that if they don't have Doom to use on like Faceless or DP, they don't have the damage right now to kill all of them. Like there's so many heroes on LGD that is so hard to kill, just through innate like tankiness or healing.
Radiant team pick.
Well, LGD Zeus gets all the way to last phase and they are able to pick it up.
I feel like if you're Boom with the Zeus pick, you are desperate for something that jumps the backlines. You cannot play this game. You can, but it will be very difficult if you do not have that potential to jump the Zeus, to jump the Void as well.
There's a lot that's banned though, like Tiny's banned, Stormer's banned, Puck is banned, Invoker's still in there.
I hope they don't go for some lane countering such as TA or something like that. It's good in the lane, but later on you might have issues.
They could just take a Void Spirit. Oh my god, a Veno?
Oh, that's the... Okay, so Doom should be mid with this, right? And then the Veno is offlane versus the Void. Veno is one of the hardest counters to the Faceless Void. I don't like the hero too much.
It's a Mars mid.
Alright.
Mars mid, okay, that works too.
Alright, so carry... Oh wait, it's carry Monkey and his support Doom. This is a weird draft, man.
This is weird.
This is weird as hell for them.
Alright, weird, wacky. Either way, the drafts are completed though, and obviously you guys are gonna have to share some of your thoughts about where you think game 1 is gonna be.
I'll be the odd one out. I'll go with Boom game 1. Like this Venom for me, I hate the hero, but the lane itself makes a lot of sense, and it's hard for an Earthshaker to actually get that blink and do stuff when there's snakes everywhere on the map.
All right, I will counter-argue that in support of LGD and say that Veno destroys Void in a 1v1, but I think Enchantress is very infuriating to play against as Venomancer. I think there's a lot of feeds that can happen there.
Okay, okay.
Alright, Sheep, you are the quote-unquote tiebreaker
The
here.
tiebreaker?
Yeah.
Alright, boys. I've never seen Veno win a game in his life, so...
That wasn't hard. Yeah.
Easy bet against. Is that what you're gonna go there?
I will never bet against Boom. So, I'll go
that's
with
it.
Boom
That's
anyway.
Oh, really?
Even though I've never seen Veno win a game in his life, if one man can do it, it's FBZ!
That's right. It could potentially be Boom at taking game 1 in this best of 3, but we are gonna head over to our casters, Gareth and Lacoste.
Thank you. Yeah, some interesting drafting coming out there. DP first pick, kind of unsettled Boom, and a Veno last pick for them. What do you reckon about these two drafts, Lacoste?
Man, Venomancer, first of all, he's pretty similar to Viper. A lot of the times we see him dominate the lane for first like 5-10 minutes, and then he tends to fall off. Look at the way the PSG LGD drafted. They did draft the strong lanes. Enchantress is there to stabilize the lane for Faceless Void. We'll have healing.
Kill that Veno off.
It's a difficult lane for Faceless Void, don't get me wrong, but they shifted things around a little bit on side of Boom Esports, and they will have mid-Mars and this position for Doom. I think they wanted to have Doom as a counter to the lane in against the Enchantress to be able to eat the creep that whatever Enchantress brings. They're going to take it and use it against them.
Stop her pressure early on.
Pretty much.
That's a pretty solid idea as we can head ourselves into game 1 of this best of 3. And again, an important series for Boom, right? Looking towards TI. If they're able to take down LGD, it will secure them that spot at the International. And also, kind of an interesting series for Tundra, because if LGD are the ones that win this, Tundra are secured. Shout out to Knoxville for running the numbers and the simulations, getting us all the stats. Looking at that road to TI for all these teams.
Yeah, and here we go. Both teams smoke, different side of the map, so there's not going to be any connection with them. Looking at some of these starting items, nothing out of ordinary there. Venomancer, FBZ wants to tank up, going for double circlet, double branch. As much pressure as possible on Faceless Void early on.
An early move from Boom into triangle. Monkey King in courier mode, all smoked up, getting a couple of wards down towards that bottom rune spot.
I just realized, because Jinkyu did use Slammin, voice chat wheel line, you can do that and fake that you used Echo.
Slamming? Yeah, you can. Oh,
Not right now, but later on. And
immediate D ward.
they will kill it, and they will kill their own ward. We'll keep it for now, leaving it to be able to kill it in one hit.
Ah, good little setup by them.
These observer wards, they're very tanky against the allied attacks.
So many hits to bring them down.
So if they see someone getting closer to ward, they will be able to one-shot it potentially. So this is smart. PSG LGD, they're really on next level.
Yeah, every little move and every little play they make is just, you know, down to the wire efficiency-wise. They've got everything planned out incredibly well. So in that mid lane, Yopaj up against nothing to say. Mars against the Zeus. And for the most part, going to be a farm trade in the early days. Spam out your spells, gather up the water runes. But we have seen LGD really put a lot of emphasis on the 4-minute rune to come in and guard it for nothing to say, and maybe even gank this Mars.
This is how PSG LGD has been playing so far. Every single time there is not one, sometimes even two supports going for that 4-minute water rune.
Yeah, and when you've got Enchantress and Earthshaker, they are exceptionally good.
Yeah,
they love it.
You don't necessarily need to move with the Enchantress. You can send a creep and potentially deny that rune if you see Mars coming to it.
True.
How's Faceless Void doing? 3-1 against Venomancers, 2-0. So far, so good for Ame. PSG LGD did pick that Enchantress to have Nature Attendance level 1. Tims found the Chain Lightning creep.
Yeah, down bottom, Xinkyu just going to drag the wave around, while Jackie going to make that lane meet in between tier 1, tier 2 down bottom. Scam trying to play aggressively here, but there are 2 dire heroes nearby, so a little more challenging for the Dazzle to get any denies or control that creep equilibrium as he would want.
Scam likes to play a dangerous game. Could potentially get fissured here.
Oh, it's on the wrong side, but Yi up atop. And Chantress and the Nature's Attendance at level 1 with the Tango going, more than enough heal. While Ame still has that ability to jump away.
Block Doom.
They've caught him inside the trees. The time walk out. Tim is very near death. Gets out another zap, but first blood spilled. And Chantress picks it up. And this lane, which Boom picked the Venomancer to apply pressure to LGD, just isn't coming.
This is supposed to be the lane where they are the ones getting the kills, being dominant. Ame making an adjustment, getting that time dilation at level 2, knowing that these spells are on cooldown. And if you have Doom, which means that if he uses Chain Lightning, you get extra value because he has an extra spell.
Yeah.
I love when you do. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it means I said something smart.
Well,
or it sounded like
I think that's my catchphrase this tournament. Just you say something, I'm like, oh yeah, incredible point, Lacoste. Xinkyu always going to get battered by Jackie here. So bottom lane for Boom, picking up a kill on the position 4. Faith Bian, no poison touch on him. Just going to drag the remnants of the wave back. Even has the additional melee and range creep, wondering where their buddies are and following through.
A bit of a difficult lane for them to play at bottom. That's why they fisher the first wave, drag the second one, and they're going to keep dragging until they feel relatively secure, until Dead Prophet gets some levels. And also Earthshaker is only level 1, so that means you use Fisher for 20 seconds. That's about it. You're not doing much.
Zeus, 16-0. A good 7 denies there from the Mars, though. Closing in on that level 5. And once we get to 6, we know how this Zeus can play. Or more like how his teammates can play. Get aggressive in the side lanes, look for that Thunder God's Wrath to snipe people out. Whereas Mars, maybe a little bit slower, more a reactive hero looking for that arena to try and get some kills.
Once Zeus hits level 6, you know that there's going to be more aggression on both the side lanes.
Faith Beyond. Xinkyu stacks her up for Jackie, but Spirit Siphon and a good 2-man Fisher. More than enough for LGD just to hold back Boom. Lane's still going pretty well for them, though. Monkey King Mars doing very well. Oh, he snipes it. What's that? Wraithband Recipe and the Wand.
And we'll drag a creep wave one more time. This is exactly how you need to play this lane. You don't want to trade against Monkey Dazzle.
Nothing to say.
Too difficult.
He's been found by Scam. He's spam pinging for help, but it's not coming fast enough. Oh, the Fisher block. Is that going to get him out of here? Pops the water route. He's got stick charges to play with. Tried to deny himself to neutrals, but Scam was there, still up on the high ground, and there's the D-ward we were waiting for.
Maybe he could have tried to use a stick and Fairy Fire if he had boots in his inventory, but unfortunately Courier delivered it into backpack, and he realized, I'll save the sticks for the next one.
Yeah, one of those awkward things where the Courier delivers things in reverse. Maybe a little bit of a change-up could have saved his life. Not working out for him, though. So first death for the Zeus in that mid lane. Greek God against the Roman one. Mars 22 and 8 is up at top. Tims and FBZ. This lane for Boom, was it meant to like hardcore dominate LGD? Are things going okay for them, or do they need a lot more?
You picked it specifically to counter Faceless Void. Is getting too much out of this lane. Not just in terms of CS, but he has 11 denies.
That's nutty. And what's he going for? Like treads and the Mask of Madness, it looks like, on the Faceless Void.
Pretty standard stuff on Faceless Void. You want to have Mask of Madness to have some extra damage and sustain in the jungle. It does amplify your farm. Getting the Maelstrom and the BKB should be straightforward. Zeus is level 6, but has no mana, so that's a bit difficult. Very close to buying energy boosters, need one extra creep, and we'll be able to get it. And then I expect them to start to play a bit more aggressive here, especially on the Monkey King lane, because once Jin-Q hits level 3, you will have another way of stunning people. Needs that aftershock, because right now he's still a fisher.
Yeah, he is. Try and block that Monkey King. And with the global damage, look for the kill. Radiant Observer Ward sees nothing to say. He wants his 6-minute bounty rune. I do spot Tim's roaming around here. Throws the mana burn back onto the Enchantress. And an Invis grabbed by the Mars. He's level 6 and ready to fight. 2 heroes here. Oh, Yopaj goes straight for nothing to say. Catches him against the edge of the arena. Misses the God's Rebuke though, and he just jumps straight over it. No Colosseum can hold this man in, and the turnaround for Jin-Q and White out straight onto him with a Thunder God's Wrath. LGD strike back, Skem dies as well. And Tims, do they have another slow? No more stuns. Jin-Q out of mana. And LGD so fortunate.
This looked like Olympic Games, pretty much, and he is the god of Olympus at the end of the day, so manages to get the gold medal after the jump and gets the kill.
Now what's he doing, the long jump, the triple jump, or is he going for that nice little backflip over the bar? The high jump, is it called? Get over the walls of that arena.
Yeah, I never understood that jumping with a pole thing. Like, everyone can see...
Oh, vault jumping?
Yeah, jumping. You have a pole. Well, like, it's not like it's not there. Everyone sees that you're using it, right? It's like, wow, you jump so high with
it. He's flying! It's incredible how high they can go, though. Flopping around over the bars. Good Fisher. Again, Jin-Q, right place, right time. Jackie gonna try and save Skem here, but I don't think it's gonna work out. Grave will slow things down a little, but Faith Beyond is gonna get turned around on as Jackie picks up Jin-Q and Tim's chasing into the Enchantress now. So Boom did have enough with the arrival of the Doom. But LGD, Nature's attendance on the Enchantress, probably going to be enough of a deterrent there to say to Boom, nah, you're not getting me.
A little pressure off Fate Beyond, who did manage to get to level 6 from this solo experience from bottom lane, so Exorcism is available. Ahmed does have a Chrono as well. I don't know if he wants to play too aggressive in terms of rotations. They could potentially rotate one of the heroes top and try to get a kill, but they can also wait until he farms Mask of Madness, and then you have potentially a solo kill if you're lucky enough.
Yeah, just with your own attack damage. And I guess DP, she's got that option right, maybe could rotate to come with the Exorcism, but more likely would prefer to push the bottom tier 1.
Ame playing very defensive on the top lane, putting more points in Time Walk, understands that it's not about getting the kills, it's about getting the most out of this matchup against the Venomancer, so every single time he gets scaled, he gets hit, we'll be using that Time Walk, and he did survive what was the hardest part of the game for him against the Venomancer.
Yeah, the first 5 minutes.
First 5-10 minutes. Doom, level 4.
Yeah,
not too much of a threat.
That's my creep, isn't it? Yopaj. Good read from Arme. Jumping away, not going for that one additional CS, instead just going back into the jungle. And dire vision there, did see them coming in towards that top lane.
I think everyone, including me, everyone including chat, and most of the players would definitely die there.
Yeah, you want that one creep, it's a big creep. I'm gonna kill it.
Because you heavily invested, you used the time walk, you used time dilation on top of that, and a couple of stops for your last hit.
It's a gambler's fallacy, right? You've invested so much into it, you don't want to back out now. Arme knows all about fallacies. He's not going to fall into them. Tim's just going to zap him a little bit, mana burn away. But LGD, they are amassing their forces around that mid lane. Glyph already used up. Death Prophet doesn't have Exo. She's taking it down bottom with that tier 1 already falling.
Radiant's middle tower.
So 84 seconds for that to come back up. So it's just a little bit of slow pressure in towards mid, maybe forcing Boom to react and try a team fight around this Mars arena. Vano's going to be the one that comes and plants his body in the mid lane. Yopaj does have a DD rune, but the Hurricane down to low ground. The Fissure blocking him in, and it's a decent arena catching the edge, blowing her up, but FBZ saved by the Grave. Popped his full wand as well to survive through the blast.
He's tanky now, but look at that envenomed weapon, almost getting him killed.
Oh.
He thought that he's going to get more healed by the magic wand and Urn of Shadows.
Well, if he used the charge, it healed him like 30 HP or something because of that full assassin HP reduction.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nasty little creep. Well, he's got his Plague Wards in the mid lane, as it looks like the Enchantress just sends the Wild Wing with the remaining time on it to hit the tower. LGD smoking now, though. Enchantress and Earthshaker pretty good at continual fighting without really relying on any cooldowns. As long as they've got creeps and Fissure, they can rely on the Zeus to do the big damage. And if they find the Mars here with a heavily jump and a Fissure there, nothing to say Y and Jin Q. They'll chip away at him. There's no massive burst, but they should find this in the end. They'll spear and catch the Zeus on the way out. It's a good one to delay their advance forward. And Yopaj, maybe he's back in the trees far enough away from LGD to survive.
Nice done by Boom. This was initiation from nothing to say. Like, they didn't have a way to initiate, so he uses Heavenly Jump. And yeah, I think I said it multiple times already.
Now has the Doom, and he's waiting on top of this staircase. Faith Bian not going to rise to it, though. He's heading in towards mid lane. Tims wants to chase this. Tumblr's toy from him, not going to connect on the DP. Can't get there with Infernal Blade, and in fact it's Faith Bian who wants to turn this into more of a fight. Just trying to bait Boom here into something that they're not ready for.
Tumblr's toy. Mom, can we have Blink?
I feel like what Jack started the laning stage is Monkey
relatively early on. You know why? Because people do still.
LGD.
There's the arena.
Yeah, goes for the solo kill on Earthshaker, but the Echo Slam Fissure. Oh, Jin Q! He's setting up in a 1v2. And Ahmed has the chrono to turn it straight back around on Boom. They were not expecting this.
This is only left to place and one thing I
yes, that order of operations we keep is on the same page and snap. Jackie maybe waste his
mana wards. Eventually the tower's gonna drop you, GLGP will not be able to defend it.
Is under attack.
A long line drawn down to bottom jungle.
Dire's middle tower
Boom,
has
maybe
fallen.
expecting LGD to go and set up camp down there. I do have two very good observer wards. One just expiring though from LGD. And a smoke from Boom. They're going to see the Death Prophet showing that bot wave. But this could be an opportunity to get into triangle as well. Now, one thing they are struggling with though is deep vision. Boom have not really been able to keep wards up. That watches for the void farming, can't really see the Zeus. So a Death Prophet here is the best that they're going to get. Unless Faith Beyond runs it back. I mean, Tims and Scam are the ones leading the charge. They need the Mars.
They need Mars.
There he is. Arena Spear, catch the DP. They're going to throw the Doom in on to her as well. Maybe a little bit of overkill, but a kill is a kill. And Boom will take what they can get.
Just to make sure, I think if Dead Prophet had different itemization, they would not drop Doom. But with this Yule Scepter, not an item you usually see on Dead Prophet, but it's really good here because you can buy time inside the arena. If you don't get bursted from 100 to 0, which just happened, you can use it on a hero that is Grave and also the spell against Manomancer.
Super useful all around. Take them off. Something that Enchantress can also try and do with the enchant. LGD. Mild. 1K net worth. Lead has nothing to